Yo. Here we go. How's everybody doing today? Colder than shit, huh? You guys cold yet? Oh. You guys cold yet? Holy shit. I told you that felt in the youth shit's real, man. Look at this side of the face that was more crystallized than the other side of the face. It's got more work. It's all fucked up, you see. That side not as fucking crystallized. And a lot of people are like that. They crystallize more on one side, and one side of their face gets bigger as they age or crystallize. And they clog up and crystallize, and it kills these fuckers. But let's see here. Yeah, you know, people don't understand that the prices are never coming down. You idiots. Don't you understand that the way that money is created, it's created out of debt? That no banks, whenever you walk into these people are fucking retarded. They think that when you walk into a bank, the bank had accumulated wealth and they had their shit straight and they have all this wealth and the gold and now they're going to loan you some of it. Again, that is not how it works. And they think the same thing about the Federal Reserve. That is not how it works. And why would the government need to go to the Federal Reserve to borrow money? Why would the government ever need to go to the Federal Reserve to borrow money when it could just print money with its own treasury? And who are the Federal Reserve? They're not federal and they have no reserves. It's a group of fucking pedophiles that are basically, most of them, foreigners, not even American citizens. And people think that the government is borrowing money. All these countries are in debt to who? Well, they don't understand that it's a scam. The Federal Reserve, the people think that the government, when it borrowed money from the Federal Reserve, they believe that the Federal Reserve had gold and money and it loaned it to the government. No. The government created some bonds, gave it to them, and then they gave them cash, but they really didn't give them. They print it sometimes, right? They print sometimes a small fraction of what they actually loan, but it's created out of thin air. What they actually do is there's no money. There's nothing. What they do is they just take the computer and go, okay, now you can use this amount of money through our banks digitally. And it never existed. And then those banks can, and people think that when you go to a bank down the street and take out a loan, they think that they had the money in the vault and they're going to get it and put it to your account and now it's yours. They don't have any money. That's the biggest scam of all time. Banks have never had any money in them. It's a scam to trick criminals. I'm telling you, they've never. Oh, what do you mean, Jerry? But Jerry, I've seen people get caught for robbing banks. Yes, I'm not all of them. Most of them don't have any money. Not all of them. Some of them have to have money for liquidity, you dumb fucks. Okay? And so people think that when you go downtown to a bank to get a loan, they think that the money, that they believe that the bank had the money and it's going to loan it to you. No, it has no money. Banks have zero money. They take digits on a screen and provide them to your account. There's no money physical. They've never had any money. Banks, never. They don't need them. Why would they need them when you go to get a loan? And that's how money is created, by you going to get a loan, and now you loan the bank. Now you owe the banks, which owe the Fed. And the government owes the Fed. And the Fed never had any money or gold or anything to loan you in the first place. It just created them on digits, like the banks do now. If you go in, money's created out of debt. You go in, the banks never had the money. They just created out of thin air. They never accumulated the wealth. It's not like they had it and they're loaning it to you. They never had it, but you now owe them physical assets that are real. That's the scam. I don't know how you don't see it. You're basically retarded out there in the public. I don't know what's wrong with you. The government borrows money from a Federal Reserve that doesn't have any money. They have $0. They're more broke than a crackhead down on fucking 5th Street. Are you fucking kidding me? Or 13th Street, 11th Street, depends what city you're in. Okay? They never ever had, none of the banks that anybody ever goes to had any money. They just created digits, okay? None of the banks. The Federal Reserve has zero money. But yet, the government, so here's the deal. Every time they have a war, a bill, they need more money. It dilutes the value of your dollars, your hard-earned labor, okay? So government, so the prices will never go down, only because the value of your dollar is constantly being devalued via more loans to people, right? So the more people take out loans, the more the more of the value of your dollar is devalued, right? So the value of your dollar can only be devalued. Looking ahead in the future, the value of your dollar can only be devalued because the government inherently inflates it because it has to get paid. It wants to get paid. It wants to pay all these pedophile politicians and employee pedophile cops and all of them. They got to get paid. So they have to do a bill to get paid. Every time the government has to get paid, it devalues your dollar. Every time they have a war, a bill, give money away to another country, it devalues your hard-earned, your dollar, okay? Your dollar can buy only less now than what it used to buy. It'll never, ever buy more, ever again, because the existence of government inherently increases the money supply because they got to get paid via debt, but they don't get paid. They got to how do they get paid? They got to get more money from the Federal Reserve and more debt. So it dilutes the money and more money supply. The prices can never and will never go down ever again. It can only go up because government has to get paid, so they'll print more money for that, dilute your value of your dollar. They want more wars, they'll dilute that, give more money away, deletes the value. Want another program for the pedophile bioweaponeers. Another. Here's some more for the military-industrial complex. Here's some more for the every complex, the prison complex, so they can imprison you when you complain about when they steal all your money and your value of your dollar. So they got money to lock you up. They got money to pay the cops. They don't got money for your children to eat or for you to get any heat in your house when it's fucking freezing balls. How are you doing? Good to see you. We got another perspective here. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Where's everybody else? So, yeah, I mean, the only thing, and they're doing all this shit intentionally so they can put everybody in a fucking digital prison. The people are basically retarded. I mean, we live in a world where they're so dumb that they think when they walk into a bank, that bank had money when it just created it out of thin air. That's how dumb they are. And it deletes, it devalues every loan that somebody takes out from a bank, or every loan that the government takes out from the Federal Reserve to get themselves paid and to pay for their wars and all their programs and everything, the bill, everything. Every time it creates more money that dilutes the value of your dollar and devalues your dollar every time. And they're going to keep taking more and creating and printing more money out of thin air. They don't even need to print it. They just go, and none of the money will ever get to you. All of the loans, you never seen one penny of it. It goes to other countries. It'll never come back to fix a road or to buy you some heat or food. You never get one penny back, but you do get the negative. You never get the positive aspects of them borrowing money against your name. You never get any, but you only get the negative where Now you have to pay $10 or $20 for a loaf of bread. That's what you get. They get the money that they borrowed in your name that they don't have to pay back, but you got to pay back because now you got to pay $20 for a piece of bread, $100 for a steak, $20 for eggs, meat. You know, last year this time I was eating steak at least once in a while. Now I don't even get bacon. Okay. I don't even get any food. Okay. I'm freezing over here. I'm fucking no food, no heat, no nothing, man. But I don't know if you guys saw my videos there. I got the truck apart, got it almost back together. But dude, the way dude, like using gasket maker, dude, the way they engineered, they're so dumb here. It's insane. Okay, the way they build things and make things, the manufacturers, they are so dumb. It's insane. It's mind-boggling that the world is so dumb right now. The way it is, it's wild. It's fucking wild. These motherfuckers are fucking dumb. George Carlin would say, these motherfuckers are fucking dumb. Already got the top off there at the And then next, I'll show you the next part where I took some shit off.
Taken apart. You can see all the smeg from the gasket failing here. Yo, here we go. Looks a little different now, taken apart.
Looks a little different now, doesn't it?
You can see all the smeg from the gasket failing here.
See where the gasket fell right there, and all the fucking antifreeze and water is able to escape upward and along the edge here and get pushed along with any other debris like oil and whatnot. Weak ass, stupid fucking gaskets. They're so dumb here. And then they want you to use gasket maker on the ends here, which is totally flawed. If you don't get it right, you got to do the whole job again.
And on this side, you can also see where it was totally.
This is nonsense.
All this rescue
built everything and then it is
water and
so
oil,
like so fucking
getting
dumb.
It up in here.
I got all this back together now.
Boy, that was a lot of work. I got it all apart though. Got it all apart. Here we go. Here's the now I gotta clean all this shit. My mechanic Oscar used some gasket maker on this shit right here.
I think my mechanic when I think he had to redo. I don't know if he did this or not. It might be incorrect, but when I put this crate engine in, I think he had to put the new. I don't know, but whoever did that, they did a really good job there. Look, see how much That's the gasket maker. This is ridiculous, the flaw you have to use. See how it's set in there? And then this shit is supposed to keep air out, bro. It's so dumb. This shit is so fucking dumb.
Gotta clean all this shit off with a razor blade. I gotta clean all this shit.
No, I just
gotta clean all that. I gotta take this off.
I'm just
clean that.
Skilled.
Clean that.
I've never
clean
done
all
anything
this shit.
like this before, ever.
Probably
it's just easy
sand
to
it.
me.
Then I gotta put all this shit back together. Holy shit. What is that? Good God, man. Anybody want to buy me a 102 millimeter throttle body with an adapter? Goo. New EGR valve, coil, fuel lines, thermostat.
Oh, that's
the old
cold.
piece of shit I replaced. Plastic shit. Ridiculous. Then that's where I collected the anti-freezing water out of the radiator. And she's got the fucking blackout package now. I fixed the orange rust on the hood and the fading light green paint on the hood, and then I fixed the rust on the roof. Still got to sand it better and paint it more, but I got a coat down. And the hood looks real good. It was light green, fading paint, and now it looks like brand new, the black paint. Spray paint, Rust-Oleum. Spray paint, Rust-Oleum, $20. Blackout package, $20. Yo, blackout package, $20. You go to buy a new truck, you want a blackout package, 20 grand. You want a blackout package, 1997 Suburban? $20. Oh, we got a fade here. Yeah, see, I didn't even put but one coat yet. And plus that shit was doing that. I got to put another coat here. See that? Look at that shit trying to fade on me. That black paint trying to fuck me. I got to chrome it. And this is where the can starts running out. It was perfectly shiny and glossy, and then the can run out and just diarrhea shit all over it. You got to learn these cans. You try to get every last bit and you'll fucking pay the price. Yeah, fucking bullshit. What a crock of shit, huh? Fuck. Fucking retards.
Why won't this fucking
The old cabin I built down
there fucking work, bro? I can't get the fucking mouse to fucking
whatever
work.
else could put.
Come on. Fuck! I literally can't even use this piece of goddamn shit mount, bro. What's wrong with this
Ain't
thing?
much food. Just went shopping too, though. That's the most food I had in I don't know how long. But yeah, man. That's a lot of work I got to deal with.
The other day there. All right, we got an emergency here. I can't get my fucking mouse to work. This fucking piece of shit. All right, there we go. I don't know, dude. I don't know why it's such a piece of shit, bro. I can't even get a fucking mouse to work. Whoops, I'm over here. But you can see here that the roof was completely rusting and the hood was losing all its paint. All that nice dark green was gone. It was all a faded. It was about to rust. And you can't I had to stop this rust here on the roof because it was going to make a hole. And so I just sanded it and painted it with some Rust-Oleum paint. They're $6 for a fucking can. $6 for a fucking can. $20. You're fucking. Look at this. I painted the roof, the hood, the front of it, blackout package. So now there's no more rust, and now it'll be a while before it rusts again because of this paint here. This, if you look at it real careful, there's no rust. I sanded it. That's not going to rust anymore for a while. The roof, I still want to sand and paint it again. The roof is rough right here, real rough above the windshield. It's really rough. It needs to be sanded and painted again, but ain't got no money to do it right. None of the shit right. Ain't got no money to do none of it right. But I had enough to, the whole hood is painted black, so we get the blackout package. And so all that rust here is painted black. It won't be rusting. New paint job for $20. I mean, you know what I mean? 28-year-old truck, 1997. It's 39 degrees there, yeah. Well, it's 53 inside here. Why doesn't it show that? Hold on, I'm sitting here talking with the fucking. Why doesn't it show that? You fucking pile. Why the fuck won't it show the fucking number, man? God, I hate this fucking place. It's so dumb. God, it's fucking dumb, dude. This place is fucking donkey dick sucking fucking cocksuckers. God, it's fucking dumb. It's 53 inside here, man. That's fucking cozy. That's fucking cozy. That's cozy. This shit is cold out. My fingers start. You can't work in this shit. Your fingers freeze up. You can't move them. You're fighting solidity because temperature dictates states of matter. And when you take enough energy away, it's going to turn into a solid. You take enough energy away, it's going to turn into a solid. You put enough energy to it, it'll fucking turn into a liquid and melt. Mostly even in a gas. I mean, we have evidence of concrete red bricks melting so fast that they created a gas that consumed people and concreted them, and it looks like they got turned them to stone. This event, when it melted the buildings, it turned some people to stone. You know? Smoke them up you got. Oh man, it's all good, Tom. I hope you stay warm because, dude, you must be fucking freezing over there, up there. You must be fucking freezing. You must be freezing, Tom. Oh, that's so true. Anything that hurts, it hurts worse than the cold. So what have y'all been up to? In other words, people don't understand that the prices are never coming down. Your value of your dollar will never salvage itself. And these assholes in the government couldn't fix it. If they were a wizard and they could wave a magic wand, they couldn't fix it. Government can't fix what the government and the Federal Reserve caused in the first place. It caused the inflation hidden tax, the hidden devaluation of your daughter, so they can claim plausible deniability. They bank robbed you. You just got robbed, every one of you, and they obfuscated the execution of it, and to the point you can't recognize it's criminal. That's what government does. Government blinds the people from understanding that it's a group of criminal pedophile thugs. Somehow it has such an incredible propaganda campaign via the news and Hollyweirdos and its dictation. I mean, imagine this. Not like, how is it that every government over 200 different fucking countries in the world have the exact same Republican and Democrat government. How is it that every car company at the exact same time pretending to be owned by different people and CEOs and all this gay faggot shit? How is it that all of the governments and all the car manufacturers and everybody is so well aligned with one agenda all the time? How is it that all of a sudden you have all of these fucking good running Toyota vehicles that didn't break down? You had all these naturally aspirated vehicles that didn't break down. They were actually becoming more reliable. You have all these vehicles that were actually becoming more reliable over time. And then what happened? At the exact same time, every single car company, everyone doesn't know how to make a car all of a sudden. Every one of them fail their quality assurance, their quality, God damn it, quality control. Look, they have zero quality control now. Now you're paying. Listen, buying a brand new car right now is the biggest scam of all time. They cost twice as much, and they break down, and they're made with twice as much planned obsolescence than 20 years ago. 1,000 times more planned obsolescence. Buying a new car right now is the biggest scam of all time. Oh, fuck me. I just dropped that goddamn microphone. Oh, fuck. Are you okay? I'm so sorry, honey. Can I kiss you? Just kidding. All right. I hope I didn't break the fucker. But so you have all of the car companies at the exact same time shitting the bed on quality control. They don't want to make cars anymore that last. All of them. Like, there's no such thing as anybody anywhere that's out of the herd or out of line. Everything, like at the exact time, same time, all of the car manufacturers shit the bed with quality control. How can like this shit defies all laws of probability by being an accident? Okay. It defies all the law. And then you have all the countries in the world with the exact same fucking agenda, man. How can 200 fucking different countries with millions of people in them all agree on the ruling, illegitimate, illegal, criminal idea of government, Republican and Democrats? How do they all agree on that? It defies all the laws of probability. You can't even get two kids in a car to agree on anything. How do you get 200 countries to submit to a government rule by dictators, by strangers? How do they convince you that strangers need to make rules for you that destroy the world around you? How do you do that? How are you this dumb, people? Oh, don't leave me, Fiona. Don't leave me. Why are you leaving? All right, see you later. You can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all the people all the time. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah. Yeah, these memes are going to get dirty. All right, let me just pack a bowl before I start showing these memes. God damn, it's cold in this bitch. I'm trying to save some propane during the day. It's way warmer, but god damn, it's like 30 today. It's not supposed. That's the high today, 33. Normally, it always goes up into like the 40s or 50s, sometimes even the 60s. But man, so let me just smoke this bowl and we're going to show here. Let me put the meme up here. No, look, we better wait. Share screen. Share the damn thing, will you? Share screen. Share screen. Like a virgin. Touch for the very first time. And again, he claims he's not gay, hates women. Again, he's a misogynist, hates women so much he's never going to be laid. So, yeah, good for you, buddy. Good for you. These are the people leading your government and Republican Party. There you go. They want war. They love Israel. Whoops. Colombia president, a clan says Petro, Colombia president Petro says that a clan of pedophiles wants to destroy our democracy. And again, what are you talking about, dude? A democracy is not freedom. So right up the bat, he doesn't even understand what freedom is. He's a complete fucking retard. All the governments around the world are the same. They think that democracy is freedom. When we all know that freedom is, yeah, no, I'm not playing your game. Leave me alone. I don't have to play your game. Yeah, I don't have to play your game of government. Leave me the fuck alone. Respect me and my freedom. And don't try to make rules for me. Don't try to roll over me. Don't try to regulate me. Don't try to do anything to me or I'll fucking kill you, you fucking retards. That includes every government around the fucking world. Okay? These fuckers are retarded. Democracy is 10 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. Now, for the sheep in that world, is that freedom? Fuck no. They're going to vote to eat it. It's a dead sheep, man. It's not freedom for the sheep. Democracy, in this case, is death. Democracy is death for the sheep. Democracy means you're dead, man. If the fucking collective 51% mental ill retard herd mentality, mob mentality rule nut job in the moment like a pack of pit bulls on a fucking, you know what I mean? You're going to be ruled by that? So anyway, all right, to keep Epstein's, all right, a clan of pedophiles wants to destroy our democracy. Again, which is not freedom. When they say that, you know they're basically mentally ill, and he might as well be a pedophile too, just like he's calling Trump. Okay, you might as well be a dumb pedophile too. Okay, you want to roll over me. Okay, no, dude, fuck you, Democrat, Republican, pedophile motherfuckers. Republicans, Democrats, you're one government, you're one gang of pedophiles that doesn't get to tell me what to do. You don't. Go die and fuck yourselves. Okay? To keep Epstein's list from coming out, they send warships to kill fishermen. This is true. No due process. That's terrorism. I don't want to ever hear a single word out of Trump's mouth ever again. He's got to go to jail and be executed. He has zero credibility. He can never say one word. I completely disconnect with anything to do with a murderer, okay? With a fucking murderer who murders fishermen, okay? I want nothing. I don't want to hear another word out of that dude's mouth ever again. He's done. He's a murderer, and he murders children in Palestine. He's a genocidal murderer, not just a terrorist murderer, a fisherman. I don't want to hear another fucking word out of that pedophile's fucking mouth. This Epstein fucking best friend, Epstein lover. He got in a spat and their egos got the best of them. They were best fucking friends. If it weren't for them getting into this argument, the whole world would be different now. You understand? They send warships to kill fishermen and threaten our neighbor with invasion for their oil. They want to turn the region into another Libya full of slaves like Iraq 2.0. Yeah, he is right about that. Am I saying he's good in any way? Dude, he wants to rule over you in a democracy, which is death for the sheep, right? You're the sheep. In case you didn't know, you're the sheep. Yeah, you want to be free in any way? You want to deviate from the herd or crowd of mental ill retards? No. You got to stay with the herd. Democracy. You got to do what the collective wants. That's not freedom, you jackasses. You jack off shit-stained face retards. How are you this dumb? Whoops, I went the wrong way. I'm going the other way here. What happens to the oil on the tanker you seized near Venezuela? Trump, we keep the oil, I guess. I guess? No, dude, he is stealing. He is charging countries tariffs and stealing the money. Okay? He is stealing oil. He's stealing money. He's terrorizing and murdering people in an uncivilized manner. He's murdering fishermen with no due process. He's murdering children in Palestine. He's genociding them with his butt buddy, Netanyahu, who fucks him in the ass every fucking day, who owns him like a little bitch. He helps Netanyahu rape and kill and murder and genocide children of Palestine. I don't want to hear a word out of his mouth. The only one thing I want to see coming out of his mouth is blood gushing. That's it. From his death, from his execution, which I don't even want to see that. Because I'll be too busy enjoying myself while he's dying. I don't need to see that. Scam Blondie makes it clear Trump's war on drugs in the Caribbean is cover for stealing Venezuela's oil and fomenting regime change from Caracas to Havana. Blondie's Ballard partners lobbied for Exxon. This admin is inviting serious consequences for U.S. shipping around the globe. It's a globe, and he acts like government is valid, this moron, this fucking idiot. All these idiots don't understand government is invalid. They're so dumb, they can't even comprehend that, dude, you're a stranger, bro. You don't get together and make a gang and vote and tell me what to do, bro. Like this guy's a fucking moron. They're all idiots that think anybody who wants government and thinks it's organic and normal and natural and that's the way we came together and when nobody gave any consent, these people are mentally ill. There is no consent here in any way about government. Well, you voted. No, I didn't fucking vote. I would never vote and demoralize myself. And then if I vote, then I can't complain because I voted for it, you dumb fucking idiot. Why would I vote when I want to kill these people? Well, am I going to vote for someone who I want to kill because they fucking have killed children? I want to kill these people. They've murdered children every day. They're murdering fishermen. I want to kill these people. These people are my mortal enemies. They're genociding people in Sudan now as well. It's not just fucking Palestine. It's not just Palestine. Wait, fentanyl is made with oil? He's trying to work out why Trump is invading Venezuela. He's trying to figure out why Trump is trying to invade Venezuela. Wait, fentanyl is made with oil now? Okay, so Qatar PM to Tucker Carlson, Israel's not funding Hamas alone. What does that mean? That means fucking the U.S. is funding terrorist groups. And we can prove that. It funded Al-Qaeda. It funded all of them. Hell, Hillary Clinton brags about it, acting like it's something cool to do. It's like these people are mentally fucking ill, man. And again, these two morons they believe that when you go to a bank, that the bank had the money in there and it accumulated wealth and gold, and that's why it has the ability to loan you money. These two idiots think that you're actually borrowing money from people, dude. When banks don't have any money, they create debt out of thin air. They never had any money. And these morons are so dumb They're so fucking dumb. What is wrong with the new generations these days? Why? How are they this dumb, people? So this is the sequence I had to do when I tightened down my, and these, he loaned me it's a lot of nonsense. This is nonsense. So you got melted buildings here. Melted to shit. Temperature dictates states of matter. When water gets hot, it turns into a gas. When water loses all its energy and it's cold, it'll turn into a solid. If it's in between, it'll turn into a liquid. But temperature dictates matter for everything, not just water. Everything here has a melting point, including brick and concrete and buildings. So when the electricity ran through the buildings, the byproduct is heat, so much that it melted red brick from a solid into a liquid. And then as soon as that heat stops, the liquid turns right back into a solid. Right back into a solid, showing us how it was melting in a liquid before. See how the stairs melted here and then they hardened back up when the heat stopped? See how these little footprints remained in the concrete here? This is hard as a rock right here. That's hard as a rock here at this point. But it was hot at the time enough to be malleable to leave footprints. And then when it cools off. Then when it cools off, the prints remain in a concrete, like when they make a concrete sidewalk and you can put your initials in it. Remember how that you did that, boo-boo? Remember how you put initials in the concrete in the sidewalk? Well, they did the same thing here with footprints. Same thing. That first night after you spent the entire day looking for a real picture of Earth from orbit. What is this place? Yeah, they can't show you one that's not a cartoon. Yeah, that's a problem. That should be a problem for you. And again, here's the evidence and proof that red brick and concrete not only gets melted into a liquid, it gets melted into a gas, turning people into stone. And then look, the steeple. Watch the steeple of the building here. Look, it was so hot, it started to melt and turn into a liquid and started to fold on its weight. And then the heat stopped and it hardened back up. No more heat to make it melt and turn it to a liquid. It's got to go back to a solid again. It's called evidence for the people that aren't fucking retards. Or I should maybe they are just super genius, and it's not that you're dumb. Maybe it's because I'm a super genius, and it's not because you're dumb. Maybe it's that. Yeah, I doubt it. It's not because I'm a super genius. It's just because you're dumb. And again, look at the heat marks, the heat damage, all the buildings melted to shit. You can even see the statue here, face here. Eyes, nose, and then here the red brick melts around the door, turns the red brick into stone. And then here it's completely melted to shit. All the buildings melted to shit, damaged. Here's the inside melted, ceilings and everything, and here's the outside melted. Totally melting, dripping, turning from a solid into a liquid, melting like ice cream. Buildings melting and not just melting, but flowing around other buildings. You can see the current here go around this building here. What? like a rock in a stream, like a water going around a rock in a stream. You ever seen like a big boulder blocking a stream? You ever seen a big boulder blocking a stream? Right? And the water just runs right around it, right? See how it'll build up a wall and go around it. It's higher than it is over here, and it's higher over here because it's building up a wall and going around it. You know, just imagine a big boulder in a stream and the water's coming straight down at your nuts. And I'm kidding. And it's coming around here. It's coming around down this way. And then here, it's even worse. It's so thoroughly cooked that you can't even see the arch windows and columns anymore hardly, unless you really. I can see the window here. I can see it here. But it's really, this one's even more severely damaged than. Man, it's amazing that you can really tell that these are buildings. I can. I mean, there's no problem seeing that that's a building melted to shit. That is not a problem for me. That's what that looks a little balanced. That's way too balanced. Ah, there we go. We want everybody working, you dumb slaves. Everybody working. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, we can't have that. No. Okay. Yeah. We want everybody working. Yeah, we want dumb slaves. Yeah. How y'all doing? Mm-hmm. How y'all doing today? Oh, yeah. Well, gonna turn the heat on. Folks, if you can donate, I owe my neighbor money, and I'm fucking gonna be running out of gas soon. I'm gonna be freezing my balls off. If anybody can donate, please. I owe my fucking neighbor for heat, for propane gas, man. He keeps giving me propane gas so I don't freeze. The poor bastard feels sorry for me. I don't know how long this shit's gonna last. You know what I mean? So help me out so I can get some fucking heat and pay my neighbor back some money for. He keeps loaning me these propane heat tanks. I run out, I'm freezing, and he feels sorry for me and he helps me out. But I owe him money, propane, for the fucking gas so I don't freeze. What's up, Bubscat? How you doing? We got Bubscat, Tom. We did have Fiona. She split. Another perspective is gone. Nobody else comments because they hate you. It's a fucked up world. The more truth you speak, the less people want to hear it. The less people want to hear it. The less. Yeah, I feel real bad for you freezing up there, dude. It's even worse than here, man. Like you're further away from the sun than me. You're further away from the sun than me because it goes down, and I'm further north than you. I mean, I'm not as far north as you, so I'm closer to the sun's orbit right now. It's to its particular spiral. The sun is fixed to an electromagnetic track that creates the 4 seasons every year, so it'll never change. There's no global warming, no climate change. Nothing can change ever except for the amount of chemicals they spray in the sky. That's all that can change, is the amount of chemicals they spray in the sky. That changes. That does affect local weather. If they do it enough, it will block out the sun. So they've been, for like 50 years or 40 years, like, no, a good, if I remember correctly, I started seeing it about 30 years ago. These assholes, at least overtly, were spraying chemicals in the sky that would block out the sun and make it a little cooler that day than it normally would be because the clouds are blocking the sun. You know, you ever laying out in the sun in the summer and a cloud blocks it and You're like, whoa, where'd that heat go? So yeah, there's a lot of spraying out of planes. And I hate these fucking people. I hate government for that. I mean, did you get consulted? No. Did they ask you if it was okay to spray harmful chemicals? Of course not, because then you would say no, bro. if they would ask you if they could be spraying in the sky right now for your consent, you would say no. So that's why they didn't ask you, because what they're spraying is a bunch of poison. If it was good, they would ask you and say, hey, you mind if I spray some good fairy dust, gold dust, that makes you never age and shit? You mind? So yeah, it's pretty sad. Okay, let's show a fucking video. Oh. Okay, let me show this really, really old classic. Oh, dude, you're the shit, bro. Thank you, brother. Be like Chris. Be like Bubscat, folks. Because man, dude, if I don't give my neighbor some fucking money soon, man, I'm going to be fucking cold. I'm going to be freezing. My backup's gone. I mean, the only reason I'm not cold right now is because my neighbors and because you guys donate. But because my neighbor felt sorry for me, I owe him money. I got to pay him. This is an older one of David Icke, but it's still true to this day because it needs to be heard again.
My brother said to me years ago, he said, Dave, what's it all about? He said, you're born. He said, my brother said to me years ago, he said, Dave, what's it all about? He said, you're born. He said, and then you kind of get older and then you die. I mean, what's it all about? I mean, what is it all about? We're born into this world. We go through these kind of situations of going older and doing this and doing that and doing the other. And then we get older and loads of people in the world, vast numbers of people, it's a struggle and it's an effort and it's a daily grind. And am I going to survive another day? And then at the top there, what will God think of me? I mean, it's a great line, isn't it? Hey, you might some travel agent on some other dimension. Hey, great vacation holiday, mate. What you do is you go into this dimension, you're born, you struggle all the way through it, lots of emotional upheaval. Then you get older and your body starts to break down. And then some guy on a cloud decides if you're going to go and sit next to him or if you're going to go to hell and stoke the fires forever. I mean, you think, yeah, I'll have 2 tickets.
That's the mental illness they feed you of what this place is. That's how it couldn't be further from the truth. It's crazy how dumb they are. They've all lost it here.
Wouldn't you? What's it all about? I mean, there's got to be something else. If there isn't, I'm out of here and I'm staying. So we are struggling to understand the world because we don't have the coordinates, which I'll come to. And it's obviously a world with some major problems in terms of its operation, the way it's run. Doctors destroy health. Doctors destroy health because health is not about health, it is about wealth. It's the transnational drug corporations controlling the medical system, so the scalpel and the drug is the only response, overwhelmingly, to human disease.
Just so you know, this is back in 2008. And it's still true to this day, obviously. Clearly, the truth is timeless, always. The truth is always timeless.
And, you know, some of the side effects of these drugs, if you've ever been to America and listened to the drug adverts is one after another in America. They pay for American television, these things. And because of the law there, they tell you what the drug does, or supposed to, and then they have to reel off all the side effects. But they're not side effects, you see. That's another little con. Oh, these are the side effects of this drug. No, they're the effects, mate. Not side effects, the freaking effects. And I was watching one. This is a true story.
There's no such thing as side effects. Like when you drink too much beer, oh man, I got drunk. That's not a side effect. Okay, I got drunk from drinking beer. That's not a side effect, right? Right? Okay.
Last year, I was watching one, and it was for a form of Viagra, right? And it said, it told you what it was going to do, treat erectile dysfunction, a bloody something. And then he starts reeling off breathlessly, trying to keep the money down, all these side effects. And this is not kidding you. He said at the end, and if you have an erection for more than 4 hours, consult your doctor immediately. Said it. And I'm sitting there watching the telly, and I'm thinking, what's he going to do?
Yeah, what's he going to do?
I mean, excuse me, doctor, I've got this problem. What do you want me to do? World's mad.
Oh, I think you're looking for 22 Acacia Avenue.
God, I tell you what, if I had an erection for 4 hours, I wouldn't consult a doctor. I'd thank bloody God, me. 3 hours, 55 minutes, bigger than my bloody record already, I'll tell you. So Big Pharma runs the health industry.
Big Pharma, bad karma.
And it's not about health, and that's why doctors destroy knowledge. Doctors destroy health. Lawyers destroy justice. Of course they do, especially those that represent the state. And I love this one. When the state takes you to law, the people taking you to law have their legal bills paid by the people. The people who are being taken to law have to pay their own as well as the others. And then when someone wants to take the government on for something the government's done, the government defends itself with the money through the lawyers paid for by the people, and the person taking the government on has to pay their own as well as that.
Fucking nuts, man. You're getting fucked in the
Universities destroy knowledge, of course.
You're getting fucked in the ass 7 ways to Sunday, you stupid fucking assholes. How are you this dumb to be ripped off so hard and so bad and not understand you're in? And in fact, thank them for it. You're so dumb. You're so dumb. You get ripped off and you thank them for it. What is wrong with you?
The one thing you don't want, if you want to create a centralized dictatorship, is a thinking, sharp-minded, open-minded, aware population that can see through your crap. So you sell them.
Just so you know, it's only 9 minutes long and we're 5 minutes into it. So there's, 4 minutes left there.
From cradle to grave, the belief system you want. You just program their minds to see the world the way that suits your agenda. All over the world, we must have education. Yes, let's try it. Let's have some education instead of indoctrination of a belief system. Governments destroy freedom.
Dude, you should never, the only education my child will be getting will be me, my family, and the friends that I allow around them. That's it. There's no school. I'm the school. The idea of sending my child to some fucking pedophile school, I'll beat the shit. Are you crazy? I'll beat the shit out of you.
Of course they do. Governments are not there. Let's get this sorted out. Governments are not there to serve the people. The people are there to serve the government and the forces that control the government. That's the relationship, and we need to understand that. You've got the dark suits.
In case you are too dumb, I'll repeat what David Icke just said. The government isn't there to serve you. It's there to be served by you. In case you're too dumb, listen to David Icke. He just said what he just said.
Who orchestrate, front up this political agenda for the Orwellian state and they come from certain bloodlines, which I'll come to.
Again, you did not evolve. This right here, you did not evolve. This is a cartoon of nonsense. Nobody here ever evolved. There is no evolution. When you came into this world, everything was already here, huh? Oh, boo-boo. And when you leave, oh, it was all here when you came here, just like a dream at night. When you go to bed at night and you come into a dream, do you go, did I evolve? Did I evolve? When you go into a dream at night and wait into the dream, do you start going, did I evolve like an ape? That's mental illness.
Come from certain bloodlines, which I'll come to. And these people are such frontmen. You can have an idiot. You can have an idiot in power as president of the United States. It doesn't matter because he ain't calling the shots. He's just signing the legislation into law. So much so that when he's doing press conferences, he's got this wire in his bloody ear telling him what to bloody say if he gets in trouble, which is most of the time. And this world is at the cutting edge of evolution.
You can't fool me.
Mr. President, okay, that's good. Okay, now what we're going to do, Mr. President, we're going to have the big finish, the big Churchillian finish. Okay, go. Our enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we.
Again, this is nonsense. Nobody around the world is trying to harm you other than this group of pedophiles in government. They're the ones.
Did you get that? Did you get that, Mr. President? True quote. And now we have the choice between three people who are all controlled by the same force. It's called democracy. Which front man or woman do you want? There you go, cross there. And these are the people who are fronting up the destruction.
Which of these three people do you want to represent you in your slavery? Huh? Which of these people do you want to represent you in your slavery?
Of our freedom of expression. Then the media. The media.
Doesn't matter which one, any of them. Only matters is it don't matter. Because you're going to be ruled no matter which way but loose. It doesn't matter what they look like. You're going to be ruled. Now, you could be ruled by that one if you feel better, but you're going to be ruled. Or do you want that one to represent you ruling over it? You want that one because they look that way. It's okay that they rule over you.
Are there to tell the people the version of life and events that suits the agenda. And those real journalists who don't will tell you how hard it is to get other kinds of information into the mainstream. And the worst kind of censorship is self-censorship, where you know it ain't worth crossing that line because A, you'll get yourself in trouble, and B, it won't get in the paper or on the news, so you edit yourself. That's going on all the time. Religions destroy spirituality. Get into this in the second half. All the religions come from basically the same source, and they're worship.
All the religions are designed to destroy your true spirituality and understanding of who you are and yourself. That's why you don't meditate.
The same gods that the secret.
When I say meditate, I don't mean like a ritual every day and all this stuff. Like mentally, it's a state of mind.
Societies worship, and what my father used to call bricks and mortar religion is there to enslave the minds of the people and divide and rule the people, not to open people to the true infinite magnitude of who they are. You can't say that. Pope will go mad. Couldn't give a shit, mate.
If you want to read more and watch more of my
Yeah. Hey, Valdez, how are you, brother? Hey, dude, thanks again, Bubscat. Blessings to you. What's up, Eval? Good to see you, brother. Much love to you. Hope you're doing well. Many blessings to you. David Icke rocks, but his gut weighs more than I do. Yeah, I know. What are you gonna do? He's not much of a body guy. You can look at his body and see he's not much of an athlete, not very athletic. He's not much of a do things yourself guy, like do it yourselfer guy, fix it upper, can work on anything guy like me. I just got done building a cabin over here, and now I'm fucking doing an air intake manifold masket jobs over here. I got skills. And I don't look like that dude's gut. My body will never look like David Icke's, ever. Because I got skills, and I like to use them. I like to work with my hands, and do things, fix things. Love it. Good at it. Makes me feel good about myself, having such incredible skill. Makes me feel like not such a worthless pile of dog shit in a world of shit. So, yeah, man. Let's see what else here. Over here. Yeah, this again, all these rules of people telling people where they're allowed to go and what country they're allowed to go in, and all these rules. This Trump rule with the 5 social media, dude. Who are you to tell people where they can go based on what they say on their social accounts, social media, for fuck's sake, media. Like who the fuck is Trump to tell anybody what they're allowed? Like, dude, and who are you to tell anybody they're allowed to come and go in our country? Like there is no, dude, there shouldn't even be any governments or country. It's all balkanization. It's all mental illness from nut job people. This place, the world is dog shit, man. I don't know how you let government exist. You got to get rid of all these cursed assholes in government. You got to get rid of it. It's the new ruling class. Okay, I know you're too dumb to see it, but if it was a king and a queen, for some reason you can understand it's not legit. But if it's a government, sure, fuck me in the ass. How many times? Go ahead. How much do I bend over? And you're so dumb. You fucking retards are so dumb. I don't know how you're this dumb. I just don't know how you're this dumb. Allowing a government to exist in this world, you are so fucking dumb. I don't know how you let you allow yourselves to be rolled by a group of fucking low life, butt fucking pedophile fucks. That a bunch of faggots is what they are. They're just a bunch of dick sucking faggots. You're rolled by the lowest of the lowest, you dumb fucking retards. But if it was a king and a queen, oh no, you understand that that's not okay. You understand it's not okay. But if it's government, boo boo goo goo, how much do I bend over? Oh man. Okay. Man, these holy shit. Yeah, I agree about this. The beginning of the year should begin in spring when it's supposed to start. That's when the beginning of the year starts. When the equinox, when the first day of the year is longer than the night. You got your 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night, and now the days are longer, 13 of days and 11 of night, eventually. So, yeah. So, Valdez, do you have Twitter or an email? Got some antiques that'll make you think. Oh, Tom's a good guy. I talked to him on the phone before. If you want to talk to him, Valdez. I can't tell which one is which. God damn it.
Everybody, Josh Sigurds, the World Alternative Media here, and they are mandating digital IDs in parts of the United States now. This is something I've been warning about for Gen AI, the future President Trump right now, called, and I believe it's Genesis, Project Genesis. Yes, Project Genesis, which is this idea that utilizes digital technology going forward, AI infrastructure across the board. This is something that we should be very concerned about. And when we see militarism going in the direction of AI, especially with things like Palantir, which already uses AI drones to indiscriminately bomb kids in Gaza, we should be very concerned. And now we have Missouri mandating digital ID to access restricted web content. Now, this is another major shift towards censorship. Now, a lot of people will say, we don't want children watching pornography. Obviously, we don't want that. It's a bad thing. We should think of parenting.
Dude, I was watching porn when I was 6 years old. I turned out fine. God damn. What the fuck?
Before we get this.
No, you don't be all fucking. They're not even, dude, you're not even interested in it. It's ridiculous.
State involved with a Trojan horse like a
fuck.
Mandating digital ID to access restricted web content. Now, this is another major shift towards censorship. Now, a lot of people will say, we don't want children watching pornography. Obviously, we don't want that. It's a bad thing. We should think of parenting before we get the state involved with a Trojan horse like a digital ID.
You shouldn't. Don't ever try to make it accessible and all this shit or whatever. But they're using it. Is what they're doing, is what they always do, is they always use everything to take your freedom.
There's a lot more to it than that. Meanwhile, we have digital IDs launching all around the world. UK MPs clash over the digital ID that no one asked for. And of course, we have more articles on ways that the digital IDs are being rolled out across the board. This is happening as we see major censorship campaigns across the board. And yes, even people getting banned from praying in public.
Show me your papers. Show me your papers. You have to prove your existence to me. I have to allow you to survive, slave. I will decide if you get to exist. You are subject to me.
Silently in the UK as well as in Canada, people being restricted from quoting Bible verses. Yeah, this is getting crazy, my friends, and it all comes in.
Like, what's wrong with these people, dude? Who are you to tell somebody what they're allowed to say? It's called freedom of speech. And again, who are these people out there suing people for what they're saying for freedom? You can't sue people for freedom of speech, dude. What? Like, you're mentally ill out there. I'm suing somebody for what they say. You can't do that. It's called freedom of speech, dude. What are you talking about? Sue somebody for what they said. Dude, you don't live in that world. Dude, my whole life, I never heard, you better get somebody, the concept of suing somebody for what they said when my whole life, because there's freedom of speech until the last couple decade, okay? Until the last decade. Now it's all about, or actually 5 years even. Now it's all about, thanks to Alex Jones projecting on everyone else, with the fucking being allowing himself to be sued like that for words, then now everybody thinks you can be sued for what you said for freedom of speech. There is no such thing as defamation. It's all nonsense out there. And again, even defamation, you have to literally prove a dollar amount that they cost you. If they defamed you, what did they cost you? How did they defame you? Prove to me how that would have cost them any money. You can't. You can't, you mental ill retards. There's no such thing as suing somebody for freedom of speech. It doesn't exist, but we live in a world now that's dangerous. These mentally ill retards think they can sue you for words. They're mentally ill here. They're dangerous. All these fuckers in government, they gotta die. Like I want to fucking kill these motherfuckers, bro. They're out there fucking murdering babies. They're out there murdering fishermen with no due process. These are basically acting like savage cavemen. I want to kill these motherfuckers in government for what they're doing. But they've been doing this for 100 years, man, murdering children like this and murdering people. They've been doing this from the beginning.
Into one piece as a puzzle. We're going to get into this and more. Before we do, I urge people to check that link in the description to
Oh my God, will you shut the fuck up? He's got to hold you hostage here.
avoid the digital system. Go and check that link in. Like Sam Altman, like Larry Fink of BlackRock, like we saw with Elon Musk there, like we saw with Alex Karp of Palantir, and of course, Peter Thiel of Palantir. And that was also with the Qatari prince and the shift to create this global order on AI militarism, which is already being utilized by things like Palantir, as they create a massive hive mind as well with Starlink and this Space Force. Now,
all this
similarly,
data accumulation, gathering, cameras, all this shit is completely unconstitutional according to their own fucking constitution. Proving it's a complete piece of fucking wet toilet paper. It's a pile of shit. These people in the government literally brag about the Constitution at the same time they wipe their diarrhea shit-stained assholes with the Constitution. They don't give a fuck about your rights. These people in government don't ever follow their own fucking Constitution.
Had on the second day of Trump's administration a massive AI bill, which meant $500 billion towards AI. But since with the big beautiful bill, it also
they got money for AI. No, we can't pay all the workers. We can't feed all the children and heat them, and old people gotta die in the cold. No, can't do that. Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Media here, and social credit is here in the form of new legislation being pushed by
It is fucking crazy.
the federal government in the United States in order to make you have to show 5 years of social media history in order to enter the country. Now, this goes for every country in the world that it includes countries that are, of course, visa-free travel. This is Canada, Europe, Australia, the list goes on. And there's a lot more to it than meets the eye, but do not mistake this, my friends. This is social credit. This is a new digital ID system, and this is a restriction on freedom utilizing technocracy. And we've been warning about this for so many years. But of course, by the way, we've always said social media was a means in order to get information on people to bring in the social credit system. And now we have all the evidence we need. And this is happening in the same week that we see multiple states actually mandate digital IDs, as we've reported on recently. But there's a lot more to this story than meets the eye. In fact, the restrictions are even worse than the headlines appear to show. We are going to go into that and much more today, my friends. But before we do, I urge you to check those.
God damn it, man. Okay.
Of course, there you can schedule an appointment on Rumble and BitChute. But all the same, let him know in the comments of the forum that you found him at World Alternative
Dude, will you fucking
Media, or WAM, WAM.
bro?
All right, let's get into this. So we have all these stories coming out about how the U.S. plans to ask visitors to share 5 years of social media history to enter. And it's actually way worse than that. And it gets into biometrics. It gets
Tourists to U.S. would have to reveal 5 years of social media activity. Like, what if you're not on social media? And what if they don't like what you said? You're not allowed to have a fucking opinion? You're not free? Huh? What if I said something you don't like? What are you going to do to me? You're going to tell me I can't come in? This is mental illness. The government's existence is a mental illness in this world. Something's wrong with you fucking retards here.
into an absolute full-fledged digital ID with social credit attached, exactly as we've been warning about.
And if it wasn't bad enough, you're about to go fucking balls deep all in like a mental ill institute patient.
So many years. You know, we look back at some of our older videos, and I see 7 years ago, a video, August 21st, 2018, 10 years in jail for not giving police your phone password. Welcome to Australia, where they're rolling that out, also utilizing the ability for the police to examine your social media. George Soros wants to regulate Facebook and Google. Here's why. A video I put out, again, another also 7 years ago, January 29th, 2018, so almost 8 years ago. And it went into how the social media system was being built as social credit and how it will be used against you eventually. We put out a video, this one, again, they all say 7 years. This is March 29th, 2018, called Facial Recognition Will Send Jaywalkers Fines to Their Phone. This actually comes from a Chinese mandate that eventually they wanted to bring into the United States. And again,
there will be no curiosity, no enjoyment of the process of life. All competing pleasures will be destroyed. But always, do not forget this, Winston. Always there will be the intoxication of power, constantly increasing and constantly growing subtler. Always, at every moment, there will be the thrill of victory, the sensation of trampling on an enemy who is helpless. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. George Orwell. 1984 is the name of the book, written in 1948.
Another example of how they'll use social media as a tracking system. And of course, the latest move by TSA, facial recognition and the end of privacy, where they were bringing in these biometrics.
All this facial recognition shit is tracking. You're paying for a gang of pedophiles. You're giving them the ability and paying for everything so they can just monitor and track you and have all information on you, control you, and tell you what to do. Something's wrong with you.
At TSA, I did this video, I guess it looks like the Las Vegas airport, September 14th of 2019. And again, this is a very, very real situation that is rolling out. They've normalized us to it. And now this latest move goes far and beyond. U.S. border agents to check up to 5 years of tourists' social media history. The proposal includes providing biometric identifiers, raising concerns about the scale of data the U.S. intends to gather from short-term visitors. Are you done defending this guy who claims it's all about winning and freedom and free speech?
Yeah, again, all of you MAGA Republican retards, you Trump-tard idiots, at what point do you finally admit your government is a psychopathic pedophile terrorist, genocidal maniac? At what point? And again, all of you Democrats out there, are you not MAGA? Are you not Make America Great Again? Like, why is it just the Republic? Well, like none of you are. You're all basically. It should be make a pedophile great again, is what you're doing, because you're helping Trump out more than anybody else in the world. It's wild.
Are you done with that yet? Because this makes Obama look like a walk in the park. And I have a really hard time saying that as someone who called out Obama for years. But when Trump does it, somehow it's okay and we're just going to ignore it. So much winning. This isn't winning. Let me get into what this actually means.
So
U.S. Customs
losing.
and Border Protection, CBP, is seeking to make
all of you in the U.S. are losers. 70% of the people in the U.S. are living paycheck to paycheck. It's worse than that. Everything is getting worse and worse.
5 years of social media history, a mandatory.
The world, me growing up 55 years ago, the world was completely different. It was a walk in the park to survive. What I watch these pedophile politicians do my entire life is to make an easy life to a slavery impossible to survive world. I literally witnessed it my entire life. Are you going to call me a conspiracy theorist? Am I a liar? Am I not understanding my own life, what I experience? You fucking faggot fucks. Fuck you, die. Pedophiles, die. Pedophiles, die. Pedophiles.
Requirement for visitors entering the country under the visa waiver program, according to a proposal posted to the Federal Register on December 10th. The filing applies to nationals from more than 40 countries, including Ireland, the UK, France, Germany, Japan, South Korea, Australia, and others who can stay in the US for up to 90 days without a visa. By the way, this also applies to other countries that don't have the visa-free travel. But this is specifically a new mandate for those who are, of course, visa-free travelers. The new requirement forms part of a broader expansion of U.S. screening power. CBP says it plans to add social media disclosure as a compulsory element of the Electronic System for Travel Authorization, ESTA, the online system used for pre-travel approval.
Oh, you don't like something, you go against the government. You don't like something they do. Oops, they can punish you now with a flick of a switch, a button. Dummy! When I told you it was going to be a digital prison, I meant it, you idiots in the public that like to call people names.
Approval. Applicants would also be asked to provide telephone numbers from the last 5 years,
Out of your own ignorance.
email addresses from the last decade, and when feasible, IP addresses, photo metadata, and biometric identifiers such as facial, fingerprint, DNA, and iris data. They're talking about iris scans, my friends, and IP addresses and all your emails. And
have you guys ever taken old coffee? Like I took coffee from yesterday and made it again today because I'm so desperate. Have you guys ever done that? I mean, that's not that old. One day, right? Yesterday. Try to get more milk that shit.
And your photo metadata, which is, by the way, not their business. But again, this is the end of privacy. You have no privacy. You have no right to privacy.
Put enough shit
in the United States. So essentially, I'm banned from the United States. But everyone basically who had anything on social media that criticizes Israel is involved in this. If you put up memes making fun of President Trump or JD Vance.
Yeah, a foreign country. If you made fun of a foreign country that has nothing to do with your country on your social media, now you can't come in, go, and you're a slave of some fucking fag pedophile.
Hence, you could be turned away from entering the United States. So criticism of politicians is wrong now. And, oh, how dare you do that if you're from another country? First of all, it's the fact that the U.S. can.
Where is your freedom? Like, how is that respecting your freedom of speech? Think about it. How is asking somebody for 5 years of social media? How is that respecting your freedom and to have an opinion? Like, that violates your freedom to have an opinion about anything. Right there off the bat. Like anybody even offering that should be executed for treason. Like, I want to execute Trump right now. He is my mortal enemy out there murdering children in genocide and murdering innocent fishermen with no due process like an uncivilized fucking caveman. I want that fucker dead, bro. I want fucking Trump and the entire fucking government rounded up and executed for all their fucking murder, man.
Virtuous about this and say, oh, how dare people attack or call us out from other countries? When you're the empire of the world and you bomb 100 countries in 100 years,
and these pedophiles are going to tell you what that you're not allowed to have an opinion. These pedophile Trump is going to want 5 years. If he don't like what your opinion, he's gonna be your god. He's the king. Some fucking pedophile gets to decide your life. Where you allowed to go? Didn't you get rid of kings and queens already? You're going to let this king decide where a free grown adult, where you can come and go and it's so-called travel the free world? What free world? That ain't a free world if you can't travel the world without any hurdles or borders or walls. That's a pedophile world. Pedophile Trump world wants borders and walls. Doesn't want to get along with everyone else. Has a problem with somebody else thriving and they're not, or something. Something's wrong with them.
and
I want the rest of the world, my family here, to thrive. Like, I got nothing against any of them, bro. They're just like me. I love them all. I have nothing. I would never, ever fear them, right? I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not afraid, that they're going to do something wrong to me. You want to know why? Because I'm not going to do nothing wrong to them, man. I would only be afraid of that. I'd only be living in fear as if I was doing something wrong, right? Like the U.S. out there giving the U.S. People bad names for what they're doing. We can't even travel because of the U.S. government,
and overthrow leaderships and cause mass chaos around the world with proxy dictatorships, running drugs through the CIA, arming and funding terrorist networks that killed millions of people.
Again, for all the retards that are too dumb to understand it, the CIA and the FBI, Mossad, and all of the alphabet agencies around the world, the multiple intelligence agencies, they're the criminal enemy. They're the bad guy. They're not the good guy, ever. You're an idiot. You're all idiots. You're mentally ill and retarded for not understanding that these are criminal, highly organized criminal gang organizations ruling over you like a king and a queen without any authority or legitimacy or at all.
People overall. You do not have a right to tell everyone else from the rest of the world that they can't criticize you. You have done far more damage than criticism ever could. And we're talking, again, if you have posted on social media critiques of the Israeli government,
which, by the way, are genocidal, pedophilic motherfuckers. They are murdering children every day. And if you don't like it, you're anti-Semitic. Well, from now on, turn that around. Everybody, every time you hear these, they're not even Semites, first of all, right? They're Polak idiots, Khazarians, right? So there's no such thing as these retards. They're not Semites. And every time, what you need to do is turn the tables on all these fucking retards and call them anti-American. You're all anti-American. Everybody, all the time, that these retards are cocksucking Israel motherfuckers, they're anti-American. Everyone from Israel is inherently anti-American because they put their country first before ours. Everybody from Israel is anti-American. And you have Americans here that are anti-American. But they're going to call you anti-Semitic, and they're not even Semitic. Palestinians are Semitic. I would never be anti-Semitic, you fucking pedophile fuck. Shut your asshole. Shut your fucking asshole!
are no longer allowed to enter the United States. This makes me, I look at this, I go, okay, I'm already banned from the United States for the last couple of years, but everyone basically that I know, most of you watching are now banned from the United States. But that also means those inside the United States that, of course, are citizens and can't be banned necessarily, though we'll see how that changes. There's been other countries that have put forward some examples of people getting banned from their own country. France is one of them, but
like, folks, don't you see what the governments around the world are doing? They're banning you. Like, you can't travel the world freely. Like the opposite of a free. You just got put into a prison when you hear that. That's a total fucking prison, man. You have to be able to freely travel the entire world without any interference for you to call it a free world. Okay? You can't call it a free world. You can't do that. You can't lie like that. You can't obfuscate. You can't deceive. You can't do that, fuckers. Go ahead, Josh.
If you are inside the United States, that effectively means you are inside of a prison now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
It's not about keeping people out. It's about keeping people.
It doesn't feel good. Okay. It does not feel good to me. Okay. I don't like the feeling of some pedophiles controlling me like this, telling me where I can go. Like, and I'm not harming anyone. And you're going to tell me I can't go travel the world? Like, I want to kill these people so bad, folks. Like, I want to kill them so fucking bad, so slow. Like, the nerve of these fucking people, dude. Like, they should be so fucking dead on any normal fucking world. They'd have their guts fucking, they'd be gutted like a fish from head to sternum in any normal world, man, with half a brain, man. What is going on here?
People in. That's always what it's been about. And both the left and the right do this. Keir Starmer is doing this in the UK. The UK government is pushing forward the stuff where if you retweet someone that says something negative about trans people or global warming or one of these things, you could be imprisoned and arrested. And they're arresting over 30 people a day in the UK for social media posts that are completely harmless.
And again, if they're arresting you for things like this, they're forcing an opinion. They're saying, no, we don't care what the truth is. You have to do what we say. That's what government is saying. We don't care what the truth is. You have to obey us. That's what government is. It's saying again and again, we don't care about the truth. You just have to obey us and shut up. That's all you hear out of government is you just got to shut up and obey us. This group of pedophiles, a gang.
And most people on the Trump side would say that's awful. And they're right. But then Trump is doing this. People say, oh, it's not the same. Oh, well, what about mass migration? Well, that was always part of it. They import people. The CIA would import people in order to get a problem, have a reaction from the public, which again is the cultural warfare, which again is an awful thing. We don't want the cultural disruption in the United States, Canada, or Australia, any UK, any of these places. But then they come in with biometrics, problem, reaction, solution, repeat, the Hegelian dialectic. This was planned long ago. By the way, I want to ask, what of the people that are elderly that don't have social media and never had social media? I know people that still don't have a cell phone.
Well, then they just get a pass. Say, come on in. Come on in. You didn't say anything negative that they know of. Anyway, you get the idea. What's Wham, the band? No, I think it's World Alternative Media. So how y'all doing? You know, I should have sat this way. Where you only see this side. What? Well, send it to Meltology Professor, dude. That's where you should be sending my email anyway. Meltologyprofessor@protonmail.com. What don't you understand? Maybe, are you talking to him? Yeah, I'll shut up. Yeah, Constitution, just a word for them. And so, again, here's the rules that we got to follow and rule over you. We'll abide by them. Sounds legit. Yeah, that sounds legit. Come on, man. Okay, next video. God damn, where are they? All right, this is about 8 minutes long. I don't know if I'll watch the whole thing. Well, let's watch a little bit of it.
In a very interesting and subversive way. The subject is actually never discussed or even alluded to until the last few minutes of the movie, but becomes central to the big twist and climax of the plotline. When the final reveal happens and the audience learns the truth, Flat Earth is front and center of that revelation in an ingenious way.
Wow.
Reading and listening to interviews, I haven't been able to find if Yorgos Lanthimos is a flat earther himself, sympathetic to the idea, or simply included it tongue-in-cheek, but I found the way it was utilized in the film to be a great example of how this topic can be effectively introduced and included in modern artwork. If you haven't seen Begonia yet and plan to watch it at some point, I recommend pausing the video here, as I will be discussing the plot, including major spoilers for the film. The movie opens with protagonists Teddy and his...
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Shut it down right now. If you're some type of nerd.
Autistic cousin Dawn,
I'm
tending to their
kidding.
hives of bees, doing their morning yoga routine, and plotting to abduct a pharmaceutical company CEO whom they believe to be an alien, specifically a member of the malevolent species
That's some fucking crazy. Dude, these movies, man. Dude.
known as Andromedans. Teddy and Dawn are convinced that these Andromedans
Oh, yeah, I remember the Andromedans. Oh, yeah. Get you some Project Camelot next month. Some more propaganda.
are killing off the world's honeybees, poisoning communities, and enslaving humanity. Throughout the film, Teddy and Dawn are shown to be lower class, unkempt, social misfits with a checkered past, manic, confused, and heads full of conspiracy theories. They are not presented as reliable narrators, and every claim they make sounds questionable at best. In contrast, we're shown the antagonist, Michelle Fuller, CEO of Oxalith Pharmaceutical Corporation, doing yoga in her modern, upper-class mansion, having a morning facial, a private self-defense lesson,
Oh.
and confidently strutting into her corner office. Michelle is cool, calm, and collected, a rehearsed corporate kind of friendly, but seemingly much more relatable and level-headed than our protagonists. Ultimately, Teddy and Dawn succeed in kidnapping Michelle as planned and imprison her in their basement. Believing her hair to be telepathic antennas facilitating communication with her alien mother.
They talk about that crazy shit too. The Andromedans, yeah, their hair is an antenna, boo boo gaga goo goo.
Teddy and Dawn shave Michelle completely bald, then cover her from head to toe with an antihistamine cream, which they insist will prevent her from sending out a distress signal to other Andromedans.
Holy fuck.
Teddy then explains that she has 4 days to negotiate a meeting with her emperor before an upcoming lunar eclipse, which will allow the Andromedan mothership to enter Earth's atmosphere.
Holy fuck. Can you imagine getting fucking kidnapped by these nut jobs?
Undetected. Since Michelle refuses to admit that she's an alien or confirm any of Teddy's wild assertions, he proceeds to tie her up to an electroshock machine and torture her until she confesses.
Folks, you can get anybody to say anything when you torture them. It means nothing. Like, they'll say it to get you to stop. Does that not make sense? And plus, it's insane.
Instead of confessing, however, she withstands the highest output the machine can produce, which causes Teddy to completely change his mind and behavior. He quickly releases Michelle from her restraints and apologizes, saying that her incredibly high pain tolerance is evidence that she's actually part of the Andromedan royal family.
Oh.
At this point, a confused Michelle...
That shit dude just does a 180 and all of a sudden says, no, you're this now.
Michelle is invited upstairs for dinner, and now treated as a special guest, where she strategically admits to being an alien and answers his strange questions until she can escape. I won't go into detail about the remainder of the plot, except to say that the film does everything it can to continue setting up Teddy as being an unhinged, schizophrenic conspiracy theorist with wild ideas about this one woman, and this one woman doing everything she can to survive her deluded kidnapper's bipolar mood swings. When Michelle eventually survives and escapes from Teddy, in the last 5 minutes of the film, we, the audience, finally see Michelle aboard her mothership, confirming the fact that she was really an alien the whole time, and Teddy's seemingly wild delusions were totally correct.
Teddy was totally right.
Then she stands before a holographic model of a flat Earth with a gaseous dome firmament covering.
A holographic model of the flat Earth. How ironic, because it is a hologram. Electromagnetism is, after all, light.
She takes a pointed instrument in her hand
North, south, positive,
and pokes
negative.
the flat Earth dome until it pops, then walks up the instrument with a gaseous dome, and Teddy's seemingly wild delusions were totally correct. Then she stands before a holographic model of a flat Earth with a gaseous dome firmament covering it. She takes a pointed instrument in her hand and pokes the flat Earth dome until it pops, then walks away.
Like a balloon.
Upon taking this action, we then see that on Earth, everyone has instantly dropped dead. Several shots show deceased sailors affront a flat horizon.
Can I?
One particularly interesting shot shows a room full of school children sitting dead in their school desks with a prominent metal globe Earth hanging from the ceiling.
Right here.
Another shot shows a businessman sitting in his final resting place affront a massive globe sculpture. Begonia was actually based on a 2003 Korean film called Save the Green Planet.
Save the Green.
And one of the noticeable changes from that original version is this inclusion of the flat Earth. In Save the Green Planet, when the Andromedan returns to the mothership and destroys the Earth is depicted as a globe and explodes similar to the Death Star in Star Wars. In Begonia, the flat Earth, insects, and animals all survive. But by puncturing a hole in the gaseous firmament, only the humans perish. Exactly what this means is open to speculation, but it goes to show how important this truth could potentially be.
Nothing.
People love to scoff at flat earthers, asking, what does it matter whether the Earth is flat or a globe anyways? The answer is that it's not so much about the shape as it is about the scale of the lie. If humanity is deluded by a lie of this magnitude, there are innumerable, varied, and dire consequences.
That's the face I make when I see stupid ass fucking retard fucking diarrhea shit stained face Joe Rogan wearing a NASA shirt. That's the face I make too. Clint. That's Clint Eastwood, by the way. Clint Eastwood.
For believing such a false cosmology, especially when there's a group of people actively working to indoctrinate the world with this lie. By adding this flat Earth element to the end of Begonia, it takes the viewer through a 2-hour experience of confirmation bias, only to end in the same kind of complete cognitive dissonance experienced by people who do their due diligence in researching flat Earth and finally realize that it's absolutely true.
Look, they got Quentin Tarantino.
Become like Teddy in a world that sees everything Teddy knows to be true as crazy and delusional. In that instant, you see Michelle aboard her mothership. You receive the emotional impact of believing a lie for the past 2 hours and demonizing the protagonist in your mind, because to you, he seemed insane and deluded. Now, of course, this movie isn't going to convince anyone logically of flat Earth's veracity, but it does do a few interesting and advantageous things intellectually and emotionally. Firstly, just having the flat Earth model feature so prominently in a big Hollywood movie helps bring the subject to the forefront of consciousness. More importantly, though, by having flat Earth be this big reveal as part of the movie's twist, where the viewer realizes their assumptions about the film characters have been wrong the entire time, we are shown that we were also wrong about our assumed cosmology the entire time. We are given the experience of confident confirmation bias, ending in complete cognitive dissonance, the very thing that happens within every flat earther as they awaken. Due to our indoctrination,
I love memes.
The very idea of flat Earth sounds ridiculous and
embedding the psychological tendency to latch onto and defend the first bit of information with which we are presented. Let that sink in, P-brains, you little fucking mental midget retards.
Impossible. Just like Teddy and Don's theories about Michelle being an undercover Andromedan alien. Most viewers will barely even consider the possibility that Michelle is an alien. Just like most people who hear about Flat Earth don't actually consider it a viable possibility and dismiss it without any thought or research. By giving people this awakening,
these are the kind of people that have never even looked up at the night sky one time. They can't even tell you where the North Pole star is. That's how dumb they are. Okay? That's how dumb they are. They're fucking basically retarded. They can't even point to the North Pole star in the sky. That's there every night, and it'll never not be there. It'll be there every night till the day they die, and they can't even point out the fucking North Pole star Polaris. Brightest star in the sky. The highest, where the sun goes. Where the sun goes every year, dumb fucks. June 21st through 24th every year.
experience, even through the lens of an entertaining fictional movie, Begonia successfully delivers the same kind of emotional impact and intellectual reappraisal.
Nobody wakes up and decides to start claiming the earth is flat to all of a sudden have to endure endless ridicule for the hell of it. It is rather an unavoidable conclusion after thoroughly examining the evidence. Eric Dubé.
Appraisal of our assumptions about reality that every flat earther experiences.
Alrighty then. God. What in the hell? Joe Rogan's 5'2". That's embarrassing. I would accidentally step on him. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. It's not that short. Not that it matters. He's a big person inside. Although not him. He thinks he's a total sellout. What a loser. That dude sold out his children and everything. Like all these people, dude, like, don't you understand? Like, you just created a slave colony world for your daughter or son, or who knows if he even has any kids, but he probably has kids. And he's leaving the world, his kids, a world of pedophile control, turnkey pedophile control, government, slave world, digital prison. Like, they must hate their children or something, right? These people that create this slave world, they help these pedophiles out, the rich. Anybody who helps these rich fucks, and like, you just sold out your fucking daughter or son. Their world is going to be a prison. Their life, their quality of life will be nothing like yours or your grandfather's. Like, to this day, I'm jealous as a motherfucker of the life my grandfather had. Like, to this day, man, I'm pissed. Man, I wish I could have lived the way he did. He got mad. He was chilling. God damn. It was a fucking high quality of life. Very high quality of life. This right here, these fuckers are all enslaved and ruled. They're all ruled by their fellow man. Everybody here is being treated like little baby children by strangers, as if you're a child and they're your mother and father. Like, all of these strangers everywhere in government, they're like your mother and father and you're their child. Like, how do you submit to this world like this? Like, what kind of mental ill retard do you gotta be? Like, it's bizarre. Something is wrong with these fucking retards in this world, man. righty, here we go. I know y'all seen this before, so come back
The
in.
UK government will soon be
5
introducing fundamental changes in how money works. The changes are
5
being
minutes?
planned by
Right.
central banks around the world, including the UK's central bank, the Bank of England. These changes, once introduced, will affect everyone.
So, what are these changes really about? The changes being proposed will mean that you will no longer have full control over your spending. In fact, what they are planning is the replacement of money with something which is fundamentally different. Therefore, it's not just cash they want to remove from the economy, it is money itself. Pay attention, because if the new monetary system is allowed to happen, it will be very difficult to reverse and could mark the beginning of the end of human freedom. In order to explain the changes that are being planned right now for your tomorrow, let's explain a little bit about how your money works today. Let's imagine that John decides to buy his daughter a birthday present from Argos. He chooses the product he wants, then pays £50 using his debit card. You might think that £50 is immediately transferred from John's bank account to Argos's bank account. But this is not what happens. A record is created showing that John's bank owes Argos's bank £50, and John's account will even show that the money has left his account, but the actual transfer of funds
Well, can you guys hear me? The fucking Jenny ran out of gas. Thought I had enough in there. It was fucking cold when I filled it up. So yeah, sorry about that. Anywho. I was trying to show that for the newbies. All right, here we go. God damn it, will you? This is what I mean about they all at once decided to not have any more quality control in their manufacturers making vehicles. Check out homie over here, the car guy online. He's cool as shit, like the rest. I love all these guys. There's so many of these guys that make videos on this vehicles. Cars.
Bought that new Tundra, shiny and proud. Twin turbo whistling, cost 70,000. 30 miles later, boom, warning lights glow.
Oh,
Guess the truck wanted the dealership more than the road. Every startup's a gamble. Say a little prayer. Never know which engine recalls waiting out there. Sunroofs are breaking, seats are breaking too. Sound like a diesel, but it ain't supposed to. Cause it ain't built like it used to be. Too much boost and anxiety. Yeah, the screen's real big, but the heart runs weak. I'm terrified to drive it outside of warranty. If it hits 200K, it'll be a miracle to see. This new Tundra ain't what it used to be.
it ain't like the 5.7.
But his old V8 Tundra still hums like a song.
Like a song, like a song.
500,000 miles, still going strong. Meanwhile, my new one
Just got a recall.
I hear the new crate motor is failing after all. Every rattle has me Googling, is my engine gonna die? Man, I miss the days I didn't have to try. Cause it ain't built like it used to be. Too much boost and anxiety.
And anxiety.
Yeah, the screen's real big, but the heart is weak. I'm terrified to drive this outside of warranty. If it hits 200K, it'll be someday. This new Tundra ain't what it used to be. Maybe I'm salty, but I think it's fair. A new truck shouldn't need a tech living in spare. Call me old-fashioned, call me a fool. I spent $70,000, now I feel like a tool. No, it ain't built like it used to.
Listen, you can go get an old Tundra for $7,000 right now if you're lucky to find them that cheap, and it'll run better than a brand new one. Like, you got to be kidding me. Save 60 grand. Save $60,000. 70.
To be too many censors judging me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks real tough, but the plastic is weak. I miss that V8 dignity. If I make it past 200K, I know the Lord got me to that day. This new Tundra ain't what it used to be.
So much for buying new. They just don't make them like they used to.
Don't make them like they used to. Isn't that something? Yeah, planned obsolescence. And then they got all this unnecessary bullshit, man. You got to be shitting me. Golly. I look like my father. I look like my mom and my dad, like, and my grandfather. Like, every time I look in the mirror, it's like, they're right there. It's crazy how much I look like my mom and dad. Like, I look in the mirror, I'm like, whoa. It's like I'm not in a room alone. Oh, that's just your reflection. That's how much I look like him sometimes. But my dad used to have, like, brown eyes, but mine are green. They look fucking dark. Weird lighting. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, it's the lighting. The light makes your eyes look darker than they are. Yeah. Yeah, man, people are getting destroyed out there. I mean, if you don't believe me here. Oh, yeah, and let's see. Oh, yeah, let me just show you something. I like to take a break and show you some cool stuff. You guys ever seen a crate engine, an LS V8 crate engine? Have you ever seen a V10 LS with a twin turbo on it? 500 cubic inch, putting out over 1,000 horsepower. But why buy this when you can get a Chevy big block 632 that puts out 1,050? And it sounds 1,000 times better. Big blocks are the V8s sound that they used to love, not this other pussy shit. It's the big block V8 sound, not this V10 shit.
This is a supercharged LS-based V10. It's called the LSXR10, and it's a custom engine that is obviously LS-based, turned into a V10 with LS7-style heads.
Look at those heads.
Naturally aspirated, this engine's good for over 1,000 horsepower, but this one's been further upgraded by this absolutely massive procharger, fist for scale, here on the front that makes it capable of over 1,500 horsepower.
So a procharger is like a supercharger that connects right to the fucking pulleys down here, the shaft, drive shaft.
The other cool part with this engine is that it was designed to mate up with both older and newer GM transmissions, so you can set it up just about however you want.
That is so fucking cool. That is so fucking cool. You can mate that to my Suburban right now. You could mate that to my Suburban. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, dude. So, even a 454 big block or 572, 632. These things sound incredible. Okay, when you let them breathe, of course. Oh, wait, you guys, what are you doing? I hadn't even started yet. Wait till you see this shit. It's crazy. $7.0427.
Joe Farley. You want to know why techs are leaving?
Yo, CEO Farley of Ford. Again, it's not just him. They're all the same, controlled by the same pedos.
Because all this fucking work under warranty. Oh, Farley, you want to know why techs are leaving? Because all this fucking work under warranty to replace a radio pays 2 fucking hours with programming. This is ridiculous. Yo, Farley, you want to know why techs are leaving? Because all this fucking work under warranty to replace a radio pays 2 fucking hours with programming.
They're playing them. They're not paying them. The CEO gets millions and millions of dollars when he could just pay a few thousand out to some employees so they're paid properly. No, he's got to get it all. He can't even make sure they can survive. Okay. He's getting slave wages for highly skilled work, knowledgeable, skilled work.
This is ridiculous.
Yes. That's fucking insane. What do you think is going to happen? God damn, bro. It's fucking windy, eh?
All right. So
again, we got all these YouTube channels out there. They're pushing the government one way or another, but they're all retarded. But some of them are waking up, if not little by little. It's embarrassing to watch, but some other people are waking up.
Is a big undertaking underway from Israel. It's called Operation Haklugi.
Hold on.
And they're trying to. All right. So there is a big undertaking underway from Israel. It's called Operation Haklugi. And they're trying to get the Christians reined in. Don't go out here. You get spit on if you go outside this geo-fenced barrier. How this $3.2 million Israeli campaign will digitally target Arizona Christians with anti-Palestinian ads. Now, this is just one part of this story.
Wow.
But this came from Fox, actually, back in October. A newly created, take that down.
This is anti-American, allowing a foreign pedophile state, a welfare genocidal state like Israel, a foreigner, to spread propaganda lies like this. They should be all rounded up immediately for genocide. Everybody that has anything to do with Israel needs to be rounded up immediately and executed for fucking genocide, including Trump and everybody in the United States government for supporting genocide. Everyone in the U.S. government knows what Israel is doing, and they know that they are providing them the means to do it. So they are knowingly genociding and murdering children. Everyone in the United States government, they're all guilty of genocide. None of them have any validity or legitimacy whatsoever. They didn't even have it before, but if you want it, they damn sure don't have it now.
Oh, sorry. A newly created firm is strategizing a massive digital marketing and outreach campaign on behalf of Israel. The campaign will target Christian churches and college campuses in Arizona and 3 other states. Quote, "This is really taking it steps further," said one person with pro-Palestinian views. "A very invasive, very strong, very cruel targeting and intimidation." So there's an article about this. Geofencing the pews, what Israel's digital ad campaign means for U.S. churches. A foreign PR campaign funded by Israel is targeting American churches with digital ads. A recently disclosed marketing campaign funded by the Israeli government is using geofencing technology to target worshipers in U.S. churches with pro-Israel digital.
Worshippers, imagine how dumb you have to be to worship something when you created this place. You know, dumb. Like you're the creator here of this place. Like if you're here, you're one of the creators. It's a collective thing. That's a collective creation. It has to be. And And imagine being so dumb where you're worshiping something that doesn't exist, and you created this place to experience like a ride and come back in and out of it. And just imagine how dumb you have to be.
Ads. Through a U.S. based contractor, the campaign identifies smartphones that enter church buildings and later pushes tailored political messaging to those devices.
Come on!
I didn't even know you could do this. The effort described in federal filings
Yeah, I didn't even know you could do this shit.
as the largest Christian church geofencing campaign in U.S. history, covers hundreds of major churches across California, Arizona, Nevada, and Colorado.
Dude, that is crazy technology. Are you kidding me?
None of the church
Who does this? Like, what kind of mentally, like, folks, people that want to control other people, or especially around the world, like, imagine how mentally ill you have to be to want to go out and want to have to go and control everyone instead of just mind your own fucking business and enjoy your own life.
churches were informed
I don't get
or
it.
asked for
Mind-boggling.
consent.
I don't understand.
At its core, geofencing involves drawing a virtual boundary around physical locations, in this case, churches and Christian colleges. When a smartphone crosses that boundary, it's tagged by commercial data systems. Later, that device receives tailored ads on social media, YouTube, and mobile apps. These ads feature explicitly pro-Israel and anti-Palestinian messaging, emphasizing
That's anti-American. Israel is anti-American. Get out of here. You're an anti-American. You're an anti-Americanist. You're an anti-Americite.
biblical ties to Israel, promoting Christian tourism, and portraying the nation as defending shared Judeo-Christian values. Some message
Make sure if you see somebody from Israel today, you make sure you tell them, hey, stupid fuck, you're anti-American. Get the fuck out of here. Go back to your shithole in Israel. Go back to your sandbox, your cat box full of fucking cat shit that you created. Go back to your fucking sandbox, you shitholes. You fucking... Go back to your...
messaging depicts Palestinians broadly as supporters of terrorism, an approach critics say risks inflaming bias and division. So this is from Gen X girl who, if you don't subscribe to her on X. She is really doing some of the best citizen journalism out there, and she has really gone down this rabbit hole. God bless her. Holy shit, guys. I just put out all the events of the influencer campaign that I can find on a timeline that I'll post tomorrow morning. For now, if you live in these states and go to church, you're getting geofenced, tracked by your phone, and targeted with Israeli ads. California, Arizona, Nevada, Colorado.
Holy shit. Wow. California, Arizona. Zone of the Aryans. Nevada, Colorado. All Christian colleges. They called it the largest geofencing and targeted his Christian digital campaign ever. Yeah.
All Christian colleges. All Christian colleges, you're getting bombarded with these ads. This is from the
Bombardment. I like the game.
Christian Broadcasting Network. So that's one part of the effort to brainwash Christians. The other part that made the news this week, Israel to commission pastors as Friends of Zion ambassadors.
Oh, boy.
The state of Israel is working with the Friends of Zion ambassador.
Foreign invader, genocidal, pedophile Israel murders babies in front of everybody and says, fuck you, how dare you fucking question that? You're anti-American or anti-Semite, even though we're not Semites. We stole that too. We're not even Semites. We stole that. We stole everything. Even someone else's nationality. That's what a bunch of pedophiles we are. That's how Polak we are.
Institute.
Khazarian. That's how Khazarian Polaki we are.
Commission pastors, youth leaders, educators.
200 of these motherfuckers to change a fucking light bulb.
And social media influencers as Friends of Zion ambassadors to combat anti-Semitism and reach young people around the world, meaning anti-Zionism. They will be required to complete a comprehensive online leadership and biblical worldview course developed by, I believe his name's Tom Evans. They will undergo an immersive experience connecting with the land and its people.
Okay, yeah, see, you get the idea. Okay, that's all I need to show. I'm not going to show the whole fucking video. I never do if I don't have to. Yeah, dude, how retarded is a $400,000 piece of shit Mustang? Like there is nothing you can do to that car to make it worth 400 grand. There's literally not enough cool parts. They don't exist. So where do you get this number? Like you could build that car, like you could buy a fucking 632 1,000 horsepower big block for like 35 grand or 454 for 15 grand with 600 horsepower, naturally aspirated, but no where they deactivate, no cylinder deactivation. It has no hocus pocus on it, no nonsense on it right now. And then you can put that in a brand new chassis of your choice. You know, I mean, you could make 1,000 of these brand new cars that have performance wise. You could build about 20 to 150 of these cars for that price. It's crazy. It's crazy. And especially these days when all the new cars are total piles of dog shit. Like you're better off buying cars that are like my Suburban, 28 years old, than you are a new car. That's crazy. The materials that are made out of my truck will still be going and going and going while your piece of shit new car dies. Mark my word. My truck will still be running and still going while your piece of shit brand new one breaks down. And mine's 28 years old, and it'll keep going longer than your new one. Because I know how to maintain it. And it's easy and cheap as fuck to maintain. Because there ain't none of this bullshit they put on it. No mandated pedophile control shit. Next thing you know, you're going to be seeing my Adam's apple and shit. Be able to see that soon enough. I'll be able to see my Adam's apple soon again. I can't wait to actually see my Adam's apple again. It's going to be great. I can't wait. The fountain of youth is real. Don't say I didn't tell you. But Jerry, you left us out. You left us in the dust. I tried to tell you.
Does the aesthetics of this show remind you of anything? Does the aesthetics of this show remind you of anything? Anyone? Maybe this guy? Okay, so follow this timeline here with me. On August 9th, Yair Netanyahu, the son of Bibi Netanyahu, announces that he's going to
The son of the genocidal child murderer of the Palestinians
be starting a new
is walking around
podcast with, once again, very America First vibes. And then a few days later, on August 13th, Harrison Smith reports that he was told by someone close to Charlie Kirk that Charlie thinks Israel will kill him if he turns against them. And then, of course, we all know what happened about a month later. Tragedy strikes. But check this out. Who does Erica Kirk just so happen to be standing next to in this AIPAC photo?
Shalom, la boom, la boom, la shalom, 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 babuko. Get the fuck out of here and get to fucking Israel, you fucking nasty AIDS victim looking cunt hole.
Yep, none other than Yair Netanyahu. Probably nothing to see here. Does the aesthetics of this show remind you of?
It goes on and on. Oh, we got a bunch of short ones now, huh? That way we don't lose any attention span action. Just kidding. They have to do short videos these days, otherwise they lose their attention span.
If you said Antifa is the #1 domestic terrorist organization operating in the United States, I just need to know where they are, how many people. I don't want a name. I don't want anything like that.
If they're so dangerous, you would have all this information making you believe that it's dangerous. Just tell me one thing, man. Just say one thing.
Just how many people
One thing.
have you identified
Name
with the
one
FBI that Antifa is made of?
Well, the investigations are active. Zero.
Look at it, crackhead moving his hands. Like, what is something is wrong with that fucking dude? Is that a fucking? He looks like a fucking crackhead.
So they're ramping up the PSYOP, which is Antifa. Now, Antifa, just like when you see the Patriot Front and they're all in khakis and they're all wearing the same clothes and they all have masks on. And we know that those are FBI plants, right? So the Antifa is the same thing. The idea is to keep us fighting each other so we don't realize that we're being manipulated by the oligarchs. Come together and fight the oligarchs.
Ding, ding, ding. Give the man a brownie button.
So this is to keep the right and the left fighting each other. And so they invent stuff like Antifa, which is a complete invention of, and I'm going to show you how we know this in a second.
Yeah.
So this is Max Blumenthal. Max Blumenthal, Chris Hedges tweets out, during my interview with Max Blumenthal from this Monday, he predicted that Trump would soon designate the amorphous Antifa as a terrorist organization, providing the administration the pretext to crack down on any protests.
Yeah, we were saying this shit 10 years ago, dude. Okay. We were saying this shit 10 years ago, dude, and they just now said it and they get the credit. Fuck you. Fuck, I hate this place. This place is so annoying. All the retards get the credit for what I've been doing this shit for fucking umpteen fucking decades, and these cock fucking retards get all the credit. Man, dude, you were shit stained down your mom's fucking leg when I was saying this shit, but you get the credit. Okay. I hate these fucking retards. Okay, we still that. All right, where are the other goddamn videos? New law in Illinois permits terminally ill adults to seek life-ending medication. Wow. Oh, here we go. Caught on camera, parking ticket issued before meter expires. Yeah. Tell me that don't hurt. Fucking pedophiles. The government is nothing but a group of fucking pedophiles raping the world of all their money and freedom. Oh boy, wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. Holy shit. This takes the cake too, I guess. This is order following right here this is order following taken to the next fucking level. Next level order following by pedophile, retard, mentally ill, low IQ cops. All order followers are inherently low IQ. Hence, they want to just be told what to do because they can't think for themselves. Inherently, all order followers are low IQ. Cops, military, you are low IQ, says all the research and data and common sense. Okay?
the fancy computer that does all the face scanning of everybody who walks in this casino makes the same determination that the fancy computer that does all the face scanning of everybody who walks in this casino makes the same determination that my feeble human brain does. So
if you're here for unrelenting law enforcement incompetence, this video is for you. If you want a sneak peek at a terrifying guilty until proven innocent AI future.
Yeah, we already live in a mentally ill, guilty until proven innocent world right now.
This video is for you. If you want to watch cops, I don't know why they blurred their faces, or do I? Completely give their minds over to artificial intelligence, this video's for you. If you're here to witness cops so stupid that they would drive off a cliff if their AI voice-generated GPS told them to, this video is for you.
Yes,
buckle up, because I don't think you're quite ready for this one. This is where sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity converge. Let's take a look at this video and we'll make some comments along the way.
So very, very peculiar. Peppermill has this pretty sophisticated artificial intelligence software that analyzes faces of previous trespassers, and they get a 100% match on this guy who, whenever they trespassed him before, presented an ID that had a different name. They look like the same exact guy.
I'm not Mike. I don't know nothing about Mike.
So either he is who he says he is, and he's not have ever actually trespassed, which I doubt because their software is pretty cool, and the fact that he's acting super suspicious.
I doubt it. His software is pretty cool, and he's acting suspicious. What do I mean by that? He's just saying it wasn't him. That's suspicious. Denying when a pedophile lies to you is suspicious. It always is. Everything's suspicious to a pedophile cop. Everything. That's why they're a pedophile cop.
I'll be 100% honest. It could legitimately be you have a doppelganger running around.
Well, unless I've gone crazy, I'm pretty sure it's not me.
Nightmare becomes reality at a Reno, Nevada casino when AI facial recognition technology misidentifies someone, leading to a wrongful arrest and lands an innocent man behind bars.
What the good is the ID then? Why do I even carry that mother?
The following is based on official
Exactly. What good is your legitimate ID that you just showed the pedophile cop, the retard pedophile cop? He can't even fucking... What good is the ID if he can't accept the ID? When the software is clearly fucking batshit stupid, the cop chooses an untested software program over his own government's agency's license that they hand out. He chose, imagine how dumb you have to be as a cop. Instead of choosing the driver's license that he hands out to people to show him, instead of choosing that valid thing, he was shown that, right? He chose an untested batshit software program from some third party in a bar or a gambling casino. Fuck that. That shows you the mental illness of this fucking cop. He calls it pretty cool software. It must be better than the driver's licenses, authentic, legitimate, genuine driver's licenses that you hand out, pedophile retard. Fuck this pedophile.
police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On September 17, 2023, the Peppermill Casino calls the Reno Police Department to report that a trespasser has unlawfully returned to the casino. They report that they have the man in custody, but he's claiming to go by an entirely different name than the man they've previously trespassed.
Yeah.
Officer Richard Jagger arrived
Fucking ID, you jack off, shit-stained face, diarrhea, shit, retard.
at the casino at 5:48 a.m.
Guys, this isn't a mass murder. This isn't a rapist. This is just somebody who is a trespasser. Cops come in. They're going to throw this guy into a cage. Why don't you just take him out?
Yeah, why don't you just say, hey, dude, we don't want you here. Stop trying to come in here. You come back, we'll throw you in jail. We just don't want you here. And then the guy could file a legitimate complaint later and prove that it's not him or something. But no, this mentally ill pedophile cop kidnaps a dude kidnaps him.
Show him the street and tell him, hey, don't come back here.
¿Cómo estás?
The man declaring his relief at the sight of the officer is 40-year-old Jason Killinger, who is accused of trespassing at the Peppermill Casino.
So what's going on?
So we got this suspicious alert, right trespasser.
Okay.
And we made contact and arrested him, and he claimed that wasn't him. And so we're just trying to get you guys to make phone call if it's with him or not.
So what's the issue, you guys? Did he have a different driver's license or a secondary one, or does he got more property than just this one?
Just that those effects right there, and that's it.
1 second, pal.
But no other forms of identification.
You guys ran this information through our dispatch?
Through your guys' dispatch? No. But after hours, comes back as that's being who he says he is on his ID. But that's what we went off right there.
Yeah, and this is one of those things. You guys have this fancy software that
Your own pedophile driver's license says that's him and he's legit. But you still have to come back to this fucking casino technology, you pedophile fuck.
does all this
Can I just fucking stab these fuckers in the eye?
stuff. So it's like,
Officer, what's your name?
1 second, man.
A few months earlier, a man named Michael had been trespassed from the casino for sleeping on the premises.
All right, man. So this is who you are?
Yes. What your Miss Jagger is your first name or last name?
Last name.
All right, Mr. Jagger. Yes, that is who I am. I drive the semis for UPS. I am not Mike. I don't know nothing about Mike. I'm a craps player here. Look, there's my socks for UPS. Can you please? You got a gun here. Will you take me out of these cuffs? My shoulders are killing me.
You're gonna sit there for a minute, man. So
listen to that fucking tyrannical pedophile cop telling somebody what to do. A full-grown man that's done nothing wrong. He has committed no fucking crime. This pedophile cop has no right or authority to ever tell anybody what to do. He has to die for this. This cop has to die for this. Talking to somebody like that, I will kill you, dude. You'll be dead. You talk to me like that.
when he gave you this information, did you guys verify it against an ID, or how does that work?
They're literally torturing this guy. They know he's being tortured, and they still haven't.
He's wrong. Even after they find out he's wrongfully, they still don't release him. This is why I want to torture these fuckers so slow.
Sit there like a dog.
In that report there's an ID on there as well.
Listen, they have no respect for you. They give you zero dignity or decency. They have zero respect for you. Something is wrong with these pedophile fucking psychopathic cops. Again, we all know that all of the evidence and research proves that only pedophiles and psychopaths are drawn to the positions of politicians and police. We know this by a fact. Research proves it. So why do you give these pedophile psychopaths monopoly on power like a king or a queen? You're all got to die for this. All of you got to die for this.
Show you that one.
Okay.
You're gonna die
Jason, a long combination vehicle driver, had been playing craps until about 3 a.m. when he decided to
You're
leave
gonna die for this. If I have to fucking rip your soul out of your fucking
the Peppermill and go to the Atlantis Casino. On his way out, he stopped at a blackjack machine and started playing. There, he was approached by a security guard who addressed him as Mike. When Jason clarified that he was not Mike and presented the guard with his driver's license, the guard apologized and walked away. However, as Jason attempted to leave, he was surrounded by security guards and handcuffed. He was told that he was under arrest.
Again, his legitimate ID meant absolutely fucking nothing. It was absolutely worthless in proving who he was. Let's get that out of the way. There is no point of ever showing your ID or driver's license to a cop ever. There's no point. It means zero. It means nothing. So they want to kill you for not showing an ID all the time, but yet they just proved it's meaningless. You're just gonna kidnap people out of fear because you're a bunch of fear-mongering psychopaths.
Arrest for trespassing.
Just need a break. My shoulder's killing me. So that's the ID that he presented. I'll be.
Look at the nose.
Look how dumb these fuckers are. It's like the mandatory low IQ is just shining with these mentally ill retards. This is who is in charge of you right here, people. These fucking morons are in charge of your freedom right here. These fucking mental midget idiots are in charge of your freedom, folks, in what you think is a free country run by pedophiles. All politicians who hide all of the pedophiles from the public and protect them, and then all the politicians, then they terrorize and murder people, fishermen and boats with no due process, and then they support and supply weapons and money to a terrorist state, welfare state, Israel, to murder and genocide babies in Palestine. And they all just have no problem and with this world they live in. No, nobody has a problem with the world they live in. It's fine. It's organic. It's natural. Drool. You have drool coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not going to sit here and watch Pedophile Central. Try to figure out they shit to bed. But yeah, that's where we're at. It'll heal. You gotta give it time to heal. All right, you guys. You guys have slowed down on the comments. It's time for me to go. Whenever the comments slow down, I'm out. All right, you guys. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next live stream soon. Don't forget to donate because I'm dying. I don't want to freeze, man. This shit is cold out here. So appreciate you guys so I can get some propane heat, man. It's cold. So please donate so I can buy heat. Love you guys. I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I always appreciate your time to hang out with you. Takes one to know one. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Like, share, and subscribe, whatever the fuck I want you to do.